Hi, I'm Jesse from Sports Engine. I'm the creator and project lead for BracketPal, the beach volleyball tournament and league management system. Today I'm going to be demonstrating some of the more common last-second changes that have to happen with related to beach volleyball tournaments. Examples of this being walk-ups, no-shows, partner swaps, division changes, and a couple of variations on those themes. So I'm going to start right away by adding a new team. So you can see we've got girls 14U, and let's say we have a walk-up team. So we happen to have 5 pools of 4. No problem. Adding a team, creating a pool of 5 will be no big deal. So we're gonna, in order to make any changes, we're going to click on registration and check-in, and then we're going to click register a team. So we're going to type our team name is Wayne and Kent. We're going to say they're from Club ABC. And we've already got 14's division selected, and then we're going to type our player names. Sarah Wayne and Lois Kent. Save it, and now you'll notice they're going to be all the way at the bottom. It's going to have a little payment button here indicating that the system doesn't know if payment was received because this team was added without being connected to an online registration. So if we click payment, we can type in the word paid, and that will set the status to paid, and it'll kind of hide that highlight, let us know that we're good to go. You can always check them in as well. And yeah, so now we'll go back to main tournament page. So we've added that team to the division. Now we need to add them to an actual pool. So we're just going to add them to pool 1. We're going to drop them right at the bottom of pool 1. So we'll click the little magnifying glass, or we'll click on pool 1, and then we'll click add team to pool. And you notice we've only got 1 team available in this list. This is because this is the only team in the division that is not currently in a pool. So let's click add selected team. So now we've got our 5 teams in the we have our 5th team in this particular pool. We're basically good to go. It automatically readjusts the schedule to a 5-team pool, and we click on main tournament page. Everybody's good to go. If we click on registration and check-in, we'll see that Wayne and Kent are now properly assigned to court 1 and pool 1. So that's adding a team. Removing a team is even easier. So in this situation, let's say we already had Wayne and Kent in our tournament, and they just ended up no-showing. So we'll go into the pool. We'll click the little X next to the team. So we got Wayne and Kent at the bottom. We're going to click the little X all the way on the right. When you highlight over it, it says delete team. Are you sure you want to move it? Yes, we want to delete them. And now the schedule has adjusted back to a 4-team pool. The team itself is still in the division. They're just not assigned to a pool. So at this point, we are safe to actually delete that team from the tournament if we want. So we can delete the team from the tournament. We removed them from a pool. Now we need to delete them from a tournament. So we click registration and check-in. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. And if we click, not to the bottom, middle of the way, we got Wayne and Kent. If we click on them, we'll be able to delete them safely. I'm not going to delete them here because I'm actually going to add them, and we're going to do some more demonstrating. But I'll show you what happens. If you try to delete a team that's already in a pool, it's going to yell at you and say, this team is already in pools or playoffs. You need to remove them from any pools or playoffs before they can be deleted. So if we go back to main tournament page, we're going to add that team right again we're going to add them to our pool 1. And now we're going to simulate a more complicated drop. So let's say, right now we have a pool of 5 and 4 pools of 4. If we go into pool 2, for example, let's say Schuler and Robbins no-showed. Okay? Common enough issue. We go to pool 2. We're going to go ahead and remove Schuler and Robbins from our tournament, or from our pool. This has been adjusted to a 3-team pool. Unfortunately, nobody likes having a 3-team pool when you've got 2 4-team pools and a 5-team pool. That's nasty. So the proper solution here is just to click Team Grid above the pools, and then we can use the Team Grid to drag and drop. We're just going to move Wayne and Kent all the way over into pool 2. Save them, and now we are good to go. So we've got, once again, we've got 5 pools of 4. So what happens? We have five pools of 4, and suddenly another team decides to no-show. In that situation, or let's say not even just no-show. Let's say Osborne and Murray here. They signed up for the wrong division. They should be in girls 16s. So we're going to move them. Now you'll remember, if you go to registration and check-in, we're going to move Osborne. And if we click on Osborne and try to change their division, once again it's going to yell at us. This is for the same reason we can't delete them. We have to remove them from any pools and playoffs first before we can switch divisions. So we're going to do just that. We're going to take Osborne and Murray. We're going to drop them from our pool here. And now we're going to go to registration and check-in, and we're going to move them. We're going to move them to girls 16s. So I click on girls 16s and we save it. They're now in girls 16s, and now, just as we did with the 14s and the ads, we need to add them to a pool. We happen to have a pool of 3 and 16s already, so that's an easy add. We can click a little magnifying glass to go into pool 1, which only has 3 teams, and we're going to click add team to pool, and we're dropping Osborne and Murray in the list. Good enough. Our 16s now has 8 teams, 4 pools of 4. That's a pretty ideal configuration. Unfortunately, our 14s are left with a rather unfortunate configuration. 4 pools of 4 and a pool of 3. Pools of 3 are usually not desirable. So what we're going to do here, instead of trying to drag teams around and fix it this way with the team grid, instead this is a situation where you go with the nuclear method and you just delete the pool group and redo it. We've only got 5 pools, so it's not too complicated to do. So we're going to delete the pool group, and just as with any tournament, we've got to drop the team that no-showed, and that was Robbins and Schuler, I believe. Yep, so Robbins and Schuler, they were the no-show. We're going to delete them from main tournament page, and now we're going to create our pool group. Just as we would do, we're starting at 8 o'clock, 30 minutes a match. We want to do 4 pools, which now, this is the restructuring. Where previously we had 5 pools, now we have 4 pools. 1 pool of 4, 3 pools of 5. We're going to stick with games, and we're going to put them on the first 4 courts. There we go. We're going to go create pool group. And now we've got our 4 pools of 5 fully re-snaked. If we click Team Grid, we can see how it lays out now. And this is a slightly better configuration because the players all get more play. The last change that you'll end up having to deal with is partner swaps. And this is a very easy change. In this situation, you go to registration and check-in. You find the team that needs a new partner. You click on the team name. So we're going to click on Huth and Brock here. And we're going to say Brock is not who Huth is playing with anymore. Instead, we're going to say Huth is playing with George. And we're going to add Regina George. We save it. We've got our partner swap done. And that's basically it. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is a relatively quick tutorial, but I think it's effective and is a common question that I end up dealing with, or that we end up dealing with in terms of support questions the morning of a tournament. So, hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. Bye.